The guy I always thought who did it right, and he was like not like the other guys in his league, was George Clooney. Because other people like Brad Pitt, he's with Jennifer Aniston, then he's with Angelina Jolie. Okay, he likes A-listers right on his level. Clooney was always, before he got married, it was always like the ring girl, the waitress from Vegas. Like, these are chicks I would go out with, and they were hot. It's like, because you know what? When you're with somebody, we don't really care what your credits are. We just care if we're having a good time.
Exactly.
And, a little humility, and a little, just old-fashioned,
Yeah.
we're just grooving.
He was a great stickman in his time, Clooney. Brad Pitt never
Stickman.
Brad Pitt never leaned into his stickman prowess. He could have.
Pretty boys often don't.
Leonardo has a building in
That's
the
right.
Stickman Hall of Fame.
That's true.
But when you think about the great stickmen of all time, I mean, but Milton Berle was
Stickman.
But
Milton Berle.
apparently-
Well, he had a big dick.
apparently he was a great coxman. You know who else is a great coxman? We go back to Stallone. You know who was a great stickman? Burgess Meredith.
Burgess.
Sylvester
Come on.
Stallone, when I was doing Copland,
Come on, man. Burgess Meredith? I guess, I only know him as an old man.
I was asking him, because I'm a Rocky guy, I was asking him every single thing about Rocky, and he gave me every answer I wanted. And I was asking about what was Burgess like, because we would do lines. I would do Mickey lines, he would do Rocky lines. I would do Rocky lines, he would do Mickey lines. But I said, what was Burgess like? And he goes, he was a great stickman, right? And I said, huh? And he goes, Burgess Meredith was an incredible coxman. And I was like, oh, shit. And left it alone.
Stallone can write dialogue. He was right, of course, obviously, history shows, to hold out for doing that part himself. But I'm sure one of the reasons why he had the confidence was he knew that to write dialogue, like when Mickey says, you got hot, and he goes, yeah, I got hot, Mick, but I don't got no locker, do I? Because they'd thrown him out of the gym.
You don't got to tell me.
That is.
What about my prime, Mick?
That's great writing.
At least you had a prime.
That's great writing.
Great writing.
I got heart, but I don't have a lock.
Yeah.
So, yeah. No,
Yeah.
I'd love to get him here.
Oh,
Do you know him? Talk to him.
you could get him.
I try.
No, you could get him.
I try.
He's talking now that he's older, and and he's not like. That would be great. And ask him, say, Michael Rapaport was
And
here.
I'm not, see, the problem is people think I want to talk about politics here. I don't. I want to talk about everything but. That's why I do this. I already have a show about politics.
When Stallone comes, ask him about Burgess Meredith being a coxman.
That's what I want to talk about.
That's the only thing you need to talk about. He told me Burgess Meredith was a great stick man.
I just want to have another reason to use the word stickman,
It's a
which
great
I've
word.
never used and never heard, but of course I love immediately.
And in the
A
context of
stickman.
Burgess Meredith, I was like, whoa.
Yeah, I don't remember Burgess Meredith's early career. Like a lot of people who I only came to know as actors when I was a kid and they were old, and then you'd find out, oh wow, Fred MacMurray had a career
Right.
in movies.
Right.
Like
Beforehand.
I thought he was My Three Sons guy.
Right.
Like I didn't know.
Right.
Ernest Borgnine
Right.
was in movies
Right.
before McHale's Navy.
Right.
And then you'd see them at some point later in your life, and you go, oh, I see. At some point, they were like the hot. Fred MacMurray was
Right.
the star of Double Indemnity.
Right.
He
Yeah.
wasn't always, sweater guy.
That's how he got to be the sweater guy.
Those 50s sitcoms, which I was too young to watch when they were really on, but I would see in reruns when I was a kid and you were sick from school, what they showed in the day
Right.
were black and white reruns
Crazy.
that's what I watched when I was sick, and I loved it. I loved being sick. You'd be in bed all day.
Yeah.
You eat as many cough drops as you wanted, which
Yeah.
are like sugar candy.
Yeah. They're like gummy bears.
They're like gummy bears, and like the things we did with our kids, and we
Yeah.
thought, oh, give him a lot of sugar when
Yeah.
he's sick. It was the worst thing you could possibly do.
Yes.
Was have me just eating boxes and boxes of fucking cough drops.
Yeah.
But, we learn, we grow. But the shows that I would watch, and it started like at 9 in the morning and did not stop until like 4 in the afternoon when the game shows came on. And it was just like the old Andy Griffith show.
I hated those black and white shows as a kid.
I loved them when I was sick. Leave It to Beaver.
Yeah.
And My Three Sons.
Yeah.
And I mean, the world that they depicted, first of all, completely white.
And if it was somebody came in, it was like a burglar or a stuttering.
Or the cop.
Yeah.
The cop.
Or a housekeeper or something.
With one line.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
It is crazy.
But it's always amazing how bad everything was before it wasn't terribly bad.
Yeah.
I was just watching this movie. It's really good. It's in French with Johnny Depp speaking in French. He plays King Louis, and it's about this mistress and so forth. And it's just like, you know, the people are starving, and he's giving her these diamond necklaces, and he lives in this giant palace. And it's like, for centuries and centuries, we just let one person, we just said, you're king, and you can get away with all this shit. And it's only because people allow another person to do it.
Right.
And somehow this apparatus builds up around it and keeps it alive. And it goes on for centuries.
Yeah.
That one guy can act like the world's biggest asshole.
Yeah.
And it's got a whole support system of a cord. And the people put up with it.
Yeah.
And it took like a millennium or more before the, you know, American Revolution.
It's crazy.
It's crazy what people will put themselves through.
Yep.
And put up with.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It is.
You know who I want to find? Remember the woman when Trump won the first time? She was like, no. It was like an iconic. She was with her glasses.
Vaguely,
if Mondami wins, I'm gonna remake that video in New York.
Oh, that's funny.
Because that's how I'll feel. I'll feel like that bad.
Now, what will you say if he gets into office and says, look, the Palestinian thing is being settled. I'm now the mayor of New York. I don't want to talk about that anymore. So if you ask me any questions about Palestine, I'm the mayor of New York. I have feelings about it. I have opinions.
Great.
They're right.
You shouldn't talk about it.
Wouldn't that be a great thing to say? And then say, I got elected not because of what I think about Palestine. I got elected, although some of the useful idiots, of course, love him for it. I got elected because this city is not affordable. And then what if he, and of course everyone saying a lot of what he's proposing is impossible.
Yeah.
Which I would, if I was a betting person, I would bet on that opinion. It's not really going to work to have grocery stores that are government run and free buses and freeze on housing rents, because capitalism, as bad as it is over and over again, we learn the same lesson. It's the worst system except for all the others. That would be my guess. What if he has success? What would you say?
I'd say fantastic.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I'm not like one of these people that like,
right.
Especially at this point in my life, you know, like if he did, I want people to feel safe in New York City.